Hello everyone, how are we all doing? Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new. I'm gonna get straight to the point and say I've written a new legacy challenge. So this challenge is about the 12 signs of the zodiac. So it is a 12 generation legacy challenge. I had so much fun writing this challenge and I'm really happy that I can finally share it after weeks of writing and preparing it. So before I actually talk about the challenge itself, you may be wondering, who is this sim I am creating? Well, not only have I written this challenge, I will also be playing it here on YouTube as a second Let's Play to run alongside my Solar System Legacy Challenge. And this sim that I'm creating now will be our founder. So if you haven't checked out my Solar System series or that challenge, both will be linked in the description. I wrote the Solar System Challenge in February 2021 and I started playing it on YouTube in October 21 and I'm just about to start season 2, so make sure you go check that out. But this video isn't about my Solar System Challenge, it is about this brand new fun and exciting challenge, my new Star Sign Legacy Challenge. So I won't be reading through every generation right now, I'll just be kind of briefing on them and what you can expect, and then you can find the complete challenge rules in the description below. I am aware that there are other zodiac inspired challenges, but I've never done one myself and I haven't read the others before I created this one. I wanted to make sure all the generations were entirely my own without feeling like I took inspiration from the others or stole them. So all of the personalities and requirements are based on stereotypes of the signs as well, so it is nothing personal. I wanted to make sure every single generation was fun and different, so I made sure each gen had different traits, which means that no trait is ever reused. Every single generation is a different trait, and it's the exact same with aspirations. And I wanted to make sure that it was different to my Solar System Challenge as well. So one more thing that I want to say before I actually get into talking about the challenge, I want to give shout outs to 3 amazing people who really helped me out with this challenge. So without them, the challenge wouldn't be how it is now. So first up is Sushio Sims. You have been absolutely incredible this entire process. You were there from the start of the challenge through to the end. You listened to my endless rambles and crazy ideas, as well as giving me suggestions and feedback. The Hungry Simmer, you supported me at the beginning with my ideas, and I really appreciate your eye for detail, especially with spelling and grammar mistakes. And Sims Boo, you read the challenge in one sitting when the first draft was done, so honestly I applaud your dedication as it's not short or quick to read. And then you also helped me with the colour and name themes, which I definitely struggled with at times, so thank you all so much. Your support means the world to me, and as I say, I wouldn't have had this challenge done without you 3, so thank you so much. Okay, and now onto the challenge. So the rules are: aging must be turned on, but you can have it any length you wish. I personally recommend long, but it is entirely your choice. Each goal must be met before the new heir officially takes over, and the new heir takes over when they become a young adult. You can obviously start working on the requirements sooner, especially because some of the generations it does ask for things, but the new heir officially takes over when they become a young adult. You can't give the Sims dramatic makeovers or personality adjustments, and slight changes to the appearance are fine, but they can't be made into a whole new Sim, for example. No money cheats, don't cheat the Sims money, earn it, have fun with the challenge. And if you do this challenge, please credit me, don't steal it. It's my challenge, like obviously play it how you want, but credit me if you do this challenge, that'd be great. And some vague guidelines / suggestions. So your heir can be any gender, they don't have to be female, and they can also be any sexuality. I haven't written it, but I wanted to say the heir doesn't have to be the firstborn child. It can be any child of that generation that you think fits best. If you want it to be the firstborn, that is fine, but it doesn't have to be. Children also don't have to be genetic, they can be adopted, but if you adopt a child, they must be adopted as a baby or a toddler, you can't adopt them as a child. Mods and custom content can be used. Use them to your benefit. I definitely do. The generations will offer 3 traits, and you do not need the heir to have all 3 traits, but they must have at least 2 of them. So, for example, there could be one which is outgoing, family-oriented, and goofball, and you could only give them 2 of those, and that's completely fine. But they have to have at least 2 of them, but they can also have all 3. That is up to you. This is an added rule that I had to add for my solar system challenge, and I made sure to add it for this one. And if you cannot add any of the required traits when the heir is a child, you can choose any trait you want and then just change it to the right trait when they take over as a young adult. You can do this through cheat and CAS, but the same rule applies, obviously, that you need to have at least 2 by the time they take over as a young adult. If you don't have all of the packs to complete the requirements for each generation, you can either find an alternative idea or just skip that rule, but obviously where possible you must complete the requirements to the best of your ability. So a couple of optional rules. I have assigned each generation a colour. You don't have to follow this at all, or you can only do it as much as you want. That's up to you. You don't need a whole yellow house with a sim only dressed in yellow, for example. It's up to you, however much of that colour, if any, you want to choose. And also, I've given every generation a different theme to name their children. Again, this is all optional and you can ignore it if you want. I just thought it'd be really fun, and I had a little bit of an extra challenge by coming up with different names you might not always use. And if you do this challenge, I would love to see it, so please use the hashtag #StarSignChallenge on tweets, posts, videos, anything like that, and also feel free to tag me. Honestly, I would love to see the posts. So the first generation will start with Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, and then following Aries will be Taurus, on to Gemini, then Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and last but not least, Pisces. Aries starts as the founder, and the traits for this generation are hot-headed, self-assured, adventurous, with the extreme sports enthusiast aspiration. The career for this generation is politics in the politician branch, with the colour being navy blue and the name theme being winter. For Taurus, their traits are dog lover, high maintenance and foodie, with the aspiration of master chef. The career is culinary with the chef branch, but they will go on to open a restaurant if you have dine out. And the colour is orange, with the name theme being food. So food themed names for the children. For Gemini, the traits are genius, outgoing and non-committal, with the aspiration being Renaissance sim. Any career, there's no specification, and the colour is mint green, with their children being named after locations. For Cancer, the traits are family-oriented, geek and gloomy, with the aspiration being happy family, and their career is just to be a stay-at-home parent until a moment in the challenge, and then they will join the education career, and their colour is white, and they will name their children after video game characters. For Leo, their traits are creative, good and self-absorbed, with the world-famous celebrity aspiration. Their career will be social media in the internet personality branch, and their favourite colour is yellow, and all their children must be given wacky or eccentric names. For Virgo, their traits are perfectionist, bookworm and unflirty, with the master maker aspiration. Their career will be freelance crafter, with the colour being lilac, and the name themes are book characters. On to Libra, their traits are romantic, cheerful and materialistic, with the aspiration being soulmate. Their career is in law in the judge branch, and their colour is pink, with the children being named after gemstones. For Scorpio, we have jealous, active and music lover, with the musical genius aspiration. Their career is to be an entertainer in the musician branch, with their colour being emerald green and the children having musical themed names. For Sagittarius, their traits are dance machine, goofball and childish, with the aspiration being party animal. They have no career, and the colour is red, and they must name their child after a cartoon character. For Capricorn, we have snob, ambitious and proper, and their aspiration is successful lineage. They should be a critic, and in either branch, it doesn't matter, their colour being black, and they must give their children traditional names. For Aquarius, they are a child of the ocean, loves the outdoors and a loner. Their aspiration should be Lord/Lady of the Nits, and they should be a conservationist in the marine biologist branch. Their colour is peach. They should give their children water-themed names. And finally, we've got Pisces, whose traits are paranoid, clumsy and art lover. Their aspiration is friend of the animals, and they should own a vet clinic. Their colour is baby blue, and their children should have animal-themed names. So that's just a rundown of all the generations. I do encourage you to go read the rules properly so you can read their little backstories and the context for it all and all the specific requirements. But the sim I've been creating for this video will be my founder for the legacy, representing Aries. I named her Primrose Starling. The name of your founder can be anything you want, but I decided on Primrose because Prim is like first, and she's the first of the legacy. And starling, I chose this because star as in star signs, but I didn't want to just name them star, so I went with starling. I will talk more about Primrose and her family and her backstory in my next video, which will be episode 1 of my new Let's Play. But I wanted to keep this video specific to the actual challenge itself, and the next one will be the official start to the LP. I think I've said as much about the challenge as I can and need to really, but I do encourage you to go through and read all the rules, check out the requirements and all the context for the generation. I wanted to make sure that they all flowed well and each generation is connected and linked to the last, and I'm honestly so happy and proud with how this challenge came out. It's a bit more story driven than my solar system challenge. There's more requirements, but there's also quite a number of optional requirements too. I'm afraid that it isn't actually base game compatible, as I didn't want to limit myself when writing it. However, you can adapt the challenge however you want or need to if you don't have any or all of the packs. At the end of the day, it's your game. If you want to make adjustments, you can. This challenge is for guidance and fun. And if you do want a base game friendly challenge though, my solar system challenge is compatible, so there you go. Thank you so much for watching this video and listening to me ramble about my new challenge. I really hope you all like it, and I'm looking forward to watching my new Let's Play, but also I hope some of you try it out for yourself. As I said at the start, if you do give this challenge a go, tag me and use the hashtag #StarSignChallenge, and I would really love to see how you find it. If you like the idea of this challenge, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below, let me know if you're going to try it or if you're excited to watch my new LP. If you haven't already, please do subscribe, it means so much to me. Thanks again so much for watching, and I will speak to you all in my next video. Bye everyone!